Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with another fantastic video for you guys. This video is how to successfully apply for a K1 visa. This is a K1 visa application, the basics to help you get over the finish line and get this thing approved, as long as you are qualified for the benefit. Okay, now I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't work for USCIS, and I do not give you any legal advice, but this video is definitely going to help you if you're in the middle of a K1 visa application. Okay, now you must provide substantial evidence, overwhelming evidence of your bona fide, genuine relationship, including personal statements, communication logs, photographs at a bare minimum. Okay, so let's go over some of the evidence that you're going to need. Well, you're going to both need to write personal statements. Both of you should write a detailed personal statement outlining the total history of your relationship, key milestones, future intentions, how you met each other, how you started dating, when did you fall in love with each other, who asked who to get married, where, you've got to write this out in a nice letter, and it must present a coherent picture of the partnership between the both of you. Very important that you write this letter, not including the letters of intent to get married. That's a totally separate letter. You got to have proof of meeting each other in person. You got to demonstrate that you have met in person within the last 2 years and provide total acceptable evidence, which can include boarding passes from your flights, flight itineraries, hotel receipts, and passport stamps, visa pages from travels together. Karina and I went on vacation all over Colombia. And my first visit to Colombia to meet her, I stayed at a hotel and kept the receipts of the hotel with my name on it. You got to have communication records. Regular communication is crucial for a long-distance, long-term relationship. So you must include screenshots of text messages, emails writing back and forth, social media conversations like on WhatsApp or Yahoo Messenger. Okay, call logs from apps like Skype or Zoom. Screenshot this and build up a long-term proof of evidence of communication. You must also provide photographic evidence. Provide date stamp photographs if you can, showing you together at various events such as holidays, vacations, or family gatherings. I've got hundreds of pictures of Karina and I with her family in Bogota, Colombia, and her friends. And then you're going to put captions on the photographs to include the date the photo was taken, where it was, the location, and describe who's in each photograph. Who are the people in the pictures? You must also have an engagement. You got to show evidence of an engagement. Show proof, such as receipts for an engagement ring. Make sure you write engagement ring, or the vendor writes engagement ring on the receipt. Invitations to engagement parties. Photos from the engagement. Karina and I, we had an engagement party in Bogota, Colombia, December 24th, 2021. Affidavits from friends and family are also very important, and these statements must come from the heart, not copy and pasted off the internet. Okay? These folks can attest to the authenticity of your relationship, and this will strengthen your application. But affidavits must be written from the heart of each person. Do not copy and paste stuff that was already printed out there, because AI will be screening this paperwork. Financial evidence, if applicable, right? Include evidence of shared financial responsibilities if you can. Like sending money to your beneficiary overseas, receipts for gifts for her birthday or his birthday, Christmas, etc. Now, Karina and I, we lived together in Bogota, so we had shared responsibilities of the rent on our apartment in Bogota. Both our names were on the rent receipts. This evidence has got to be compelling, okay? Because USCIS is going to scrutinize K1 visa applications very carefully to prevent fraudulent claims. Now, insufficient evidence, irrelevant proof can lead to delays. It could even lead to a denial. Therefore, it is very important, it is crucial to organize your evidence clearly and coherently, all right, okay? Ensuring that it tells a complete story about your relationship from A to Z. when you first met each other, how you first started dating each other, how you met each other, how did you start communicating with each other, etc. And as you gather and present these types of evidence, you will significantly enhance your chance of a successful K-1 visa application, assuming you qualify for the benefit. You got to make enough money. If you don't make enough money, get a joint sponsor. Okay? You got to qualify for the benefit. If you have a criminal record, Mr. American Citizen Sponsor, this would be the time to consult with an immigration attorney and have them review your criminal history to see if you even qualify for the K-1 visa. There's no point in sending in an K-1 visa application if you don't qualify for the benefit, because it's going to be denied right off the bat. Okay? Now, assuming your K-1 visa gets approved, it will be sent to the National Visa Center where an FBI check will be done on the American Citizen Sponsor. So don't try to cover up anything, and be honest in everything. All the paperwork that you submit to immigration must be truthful. No stories, no fraud. Don't do it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are exploring Plaza Boulevard in Bogota, Colombia.
Now, Karina and I, we dated for 3 years. I was in Bogota, Colombia for about 3 years, flying back and forth from here in Florida to Colombia.
Ya.
1, 2, 3, ¿ya? Hello, Diego, everybody, everyone.
We rented an apartment together. Both our names were on the apartment. So all that evidence of us commingling funds in regards to me, providing financial support in Colombia with Karina was documented and provided to immigration. That's why our K-1 visa case went really smooth. We had no issues. And when Karina, she had her scary K-1 visa interview in Bogota, Colombia, because Karina was from Caracas, Venezuela, then she had to provide Interpol police certificates from the Colombian National Police, police certificates from Venezuelan National Police, and obviously when she got to the United States, she had her biometrics in New Orleans, where she had the FBI background checks done. So Karina was thoroughly vetted. Your beneficiaries will be thoroughly vetted and investigated. Okay? If you stay patient, if you have confidence in your own abilities, you will make it through this process without an immigration attorney. Just make sure when you fill out the I-129F, you do not make any spelling mistakes. Do not make any typos. Don't get in a big rush, okay, where you transpose numbers. Make sure you get color copies of her biographic page of his or her passport. Include a biographic page in color of your passport. Okay, if you're a naturalized American, get a color copy of your naturalization certificate. When you fill out the paperwork for the K-1 visa, do not make any mistakes. Now, you don't have to include any financial evidence with the K-1 visa application right off the bat, but you will need that information for the K-1 visa interview at the U.S. Embassy or Consulate. So start looking for your tax returns, your tax transcripts, American Citizen Sponsor, and start preparing your I-134 once you get the in-transit status from the U.S. Embassy and from the National Visa Center. The I-134, the Declaration of Financial Support. If you don't make enough money to sponsor somebody, get a joint sponsor. Thanks for watching the video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you want to join as a member, you can join as a member. You'll get my phone number and email. You can call me, text me, contact me, and I will walk you through the process over the phone if you want me to, or through emails, however you want me to help you. I've been doing this for 13 years. But remember, I do not give you any legal advice, okay? But I've been doing this for a long, long time. I do a live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, 6 p.m. Central Time. Sometimes I'll take a night off. Join me on the live stream. Sometimes Karina will join me on the live stream. We will see you then, and be patient during this entire process.
Mi amor.